friend, welcome to the lecture series in microprocessors and microcontrollers. In today's video lecture, we are going to learn about the addressing modes of 8086 microprocessor. Before learning about the addressing modes, let us have clarity or let us try to understand certain terms which comes in addressing modes, right? So the first word that we hear is immediate. This word immediate indicates 8-bit data or a 16-bit data, right? So here 8-bit we can write as 24. All the digits that we can write in hexadecimal. So in hexadecimal, each digit will be represented by 4 bits. So 4 will be indicated by 4 bits and 2 also indicated with 4 bits. So it is a 8-bit data. In case of 16-bit data, it may be represented with 4 digits and represented in hexadecimal. Now each digit is represented with 4 bits. So there are total 4 digits represented each with 4 bits, so that there will be 16 bits, right? So the immediate is talking about the digits directly represented. The word that we can come across is direct. This direct term indicates specification or specifying the address, right? So this address specification is like this: 1234H. So this indicates the address. So you write a number and keep brackets, then it is related to the address, right? So if I write directly some 24H, then it is data. It is data, 8-bit data, which is we call as immediate 8-bit data. Okay. If that number is kept in bracket, then it becomes address. What address? This particular number indicates the offset address. It indicates the offset address. So this particular thing comes in direct addressing mode. And next one, the term comes as register. The term comes is register. This term register is related to the specification of the register. That may be general purpose register, that may be index register or something else, right? So basically that particular instruction or addressing mode is containing the registers. Now, if I say register indirect, right? So in case of your register, generally if any instruction is like this: move some ax comma bx. So this first term indicates the source operand, the second one indicates the destination operand. Okay. So in case of the register addressing mode, the source operand and the destination operand both will be registers. So in case of register indirect, you take the same instruction and you write both the registers, right? But any one of the registers should be mentioned indirectly. Remember this: if we mention the number in bracket, then it is direct. If we mention the register in brackets, then it is indirect. So here it is register indirect, there it is direct memory specification. Next, indexed, right? So that particular instruction contains index register, SI or DI. If you write an instruction by using the term index, then we have to take the source index or destination index registers. And always, whenever we specify the source index and destination index registers, they must be kept in brackets. Relative. The term relative indicates 8-bit or 16-bit displacement. 8-bit or 16-bit displacement. For example, if my address is some 2000H, let us consider my address is 2000H. Now I just wanted to add the 16-bit displacement. Let us consider 10H. Then this 8-bit and 16-bit is mentioned in bracket, right? Then what it is? It is an address. So relative is related to 8-bit displacement address or 16-bit displacement address. So here 10H is my 8-bit displacement, and if I write 0200H something else, then it becomes 16-bit displacement. If I use some other instructions, like we have the memory, right? So this memory contains segments, right? We will be having 4 segments. Okay, even though they are segmented into 16 parts, but we are naming with the 4 names only: data segment, extra segment, stack segment, and code segment, right? So if any program is running, so if a main program is running, right, now the control has to be transferred to some other memory, right? So if the transfer is done within the same segment, then it is called intrasegment. It is called as intrasegment. If the transfer has to go to some other segment, if the transfer has to go to the different segment, then we call that one as intersegment. We call that one as intersegment. So these are the words that we should have a clear picture, right? Then it will be so easy to understand all the types of addressing modes, right? Now let us start with the addressing modes. So what is an addressing mode? The addressing mode is the way of specifying the or way of accessing the contents or operands. Okay. For example, you are staying at your home, right? Now you consider yourself as data. Now your home is an address location. How I am going to access you, right? By bus, by train, by aeroplane, on foot, or which way I am taking, whether I come from the front door of your house to access you, or back door of your house to access you. So how the different ways are there to access you? In the same way, the data will be there within the memory, right? So in that memory, how I am going to access those contents is specified by the addressing mode. And one more thing, we have to have a clarity, right? So in the memory location, right, 1 MB memory will be there, no? So 1 MB memory locations will be available. So in the memory, each memory location is a 20-bit address, right? So 20 means what? This particular location will be indicated with 5 digits. Will be indicated with the 5 digits. Each digit is 4 bits. So there are totally 20 bits. So 20 bits are used to specify the address location here. So in each location only 8-bit data will be stored. 8-bit of data is stored. To store 16-bit data, then we have to consider consecutive memory locations. We have to consider consecutive memory locations, right? Next, we will be having the physical address. The physical address is nothing but the base address into 10H plus offset address. Okay, so by taking the base address and multiplying with 10H, then adding the offset address, we are going to get physical address which is of 20 bits width, right? So this physical address is nothing but the address of each location in the 1 MB memory of 8086, right? Now let us start with the first addressing mode. The first addressing mode is what? Immediate addressing mode. What we considered immediate is specifying the data. So let us take an instruction. In the instruction, if the data is directly specified, if the data is immediately specified as part of the instruction, then we call that one as immediate addressing mode. The instruction executes, right? So here you can consider before execution 1 2 3 4. So the data flow will be always from right to left, Before execution, we will be having 1 2 3 4. That is the 16-bit data. That 16-bit data has to move to the register AX. As we know, AX is the combination of AL and AH. So AL takes lower 8-bit data, AH takes upper 8-bit data. So after execution, what will happen is that the 3 4 lower bit data will go to AL, and 1 2 the upper goes to AH, right? So in the same way, if we have 8-bit data, right? So when this particular instruction executes, right, this 8-bit data will move to the 8-bit register, that is CH, right? So immediate indicates the data which is part of the instruction. Now direct addressing mode. The direct addressing mode is specifying what? It specifies the offset address. the instruction itself containing the offset address in the brackets. That means we are going to write a number and we are keeping them in the bracket, right? Now let us see this. So here we have one example, right? So the offset address is specified here. Now the contents specified by the physical address will be moved to the AX register, right? The contents specified by the physical address, not from the direct offset address. So how can you calculate the physical address? So to calculate the physical address, we require what? Base address into 10 plus offset address, right? So when we use these particular instructions containing the general purpose registers, the base address will be given by the segment register like DS and ES, right? So here I have taken the data segment and assuming that the data segment is containing the address 1000H, right? So now 1000H multiplied with 10H and I'm adding this offset address so that I will be getting the physical address. Now this address will be somewhere else in the memory locations, right? Somewhere else pointing to the memory location. Let us consider it is pointing to 10,500H, right? So here, whatever the data that is available, so I assume that 89 data is available here, okay? Now that data is there in lower specified address location and some other data 15H is there in the upper specified memory location. So the lower specified data will move to AL and the upper specified data will be moved to AH. So this way our direct addressing mode will work. And here also given one more example, right? So now what will happen? The data which will be there in BX will be moved to the physical address which will be calculated by using this offset address, right? So again we will be taking a base address. So here I am taking the data segment. The data segment is giving the base address, assuming that it is 2000H. Now 2000H into 10H plus this offset address that is 06HH gives me 20,600H and this is pointing to 20,600H in the memory locations, right? Now what is the data that I want to move from BX to the physical address, right? So BX is a 16-bit register. So I require two locations, right? Now the data that is available in BX is 02. In BX we will be having 02 in BL. So this BL goes to the lower specified address and the content in BH will go to the upper specified address. The third one is register addressing mode. So register always indicates the registers, right? So here if you take AX and BX, so the instruction will contain the source and destination operands as registers only. So in this case, we should not use instruction pointer register as one of the operands of your register addressing mode. That is only the condition, right? So now what will happen when this particular instruction is executed? The contents that are available in BX will be moved to the AX register. And also we can specify the instruction by using a 8-bit register also. The contents that are there in DH will be moved to the CL register. And we may also use some other instructions. Here ADC stands for add with carry, right? Now the content of CH and the content of AL will be added up. And if any carry is also generated, that will be added and the result will be available in AL, right? So this way your register addressing mode works. Coming to register indirect. See, a register indicates the source as well as the destination operands, both are registers. But one of the register has to be indirectly mentioned. So indirect register mentioning is nothing but you take a register and keep one of the operands in brackets. Though that indicates the indirect specification of the register, right? So here, for example, if you take this instruction, move AX in bracket BX, right? Now the contents specified by this register, right, will be moved to the AX. Now always whatever the things that are kept in bracket will be helpful to calculate the physical address. But to calculate the physical address, we require base address, then multiplied with 10, then we will be having offset address. Now this offset address is given by BX, right? And by looking at AX, the default base register that we may consider as extra segment. Now the extra segment is giving the base address as 1000H. Now 1000H into 10H, we may get 10,000H, right? Now the base address, we are assuming the base address is giving the offset address as 2000H. Now we have to add that 2000H, right? So here we will be having 10,000H and here we will be having 2000H, so that we will be getting 20,000H. Now the data which is available in 12,000H, now the data which is available in 12,000H, right, will be moved to AL to AH, right? So this way uh, this register indirect addressing mode works. So here the data that we consider is 0C and 23. So 0C goes to AL and 23 goes to AH, right? So here is one more example. Here we have taken the index register. Now the contents of AX register 23 and OC will be moved to the physical address specified or calculated by using the offset address given by DI and considering the one of these default segment registers DS with the corresponding values, right? Now coming to index addressing mode. Coming to indexed addressing mode, one of the register will be SI or DI. One of the operands will be SI or DI. And when we use SI or DI, they must be kept inside the brackets, right? They must be kept inside the brackets. So here, if you see this particular instruction, we have used the index register. So when it is index addressing mode, you must use one of the operand as index register. That may be SI or that may be DI. But if you use the index register, that must be kept inside the bracket, right? So when these index registers are used, right, then the default segment that we have to use is data segment to get our base address. And if you are dealing with the string instructions, right, we may use data segment and extra segment as default segment registers to SI and DI respectively, right? Now, so here SI gives us the offset address, and by looking at this particular instruction, the segment register that we can use is DS. So DS will provide as the base address. Now it is multiplied with 10, so that we get 30,000. And to that 30,000, we are adding the offset address, and we are assuming that offset address as 4,000. Now 30,000 plus 4,000 will be 34,000. Now it is pointing to the 34,000H in memory location. There we may have a data 23, and in the next memory location that may be 01. Now the data will be moved to AX register now. So that 23 will be moved to lower byte of AX register, and 01 is moved to higher byte of AX register. Coming to register relative addressing mode. See, here we are using the registers. And relative is specifying what? Displacement address. That may be 8-bit displacement, that may be a 16-bit displacement. Now you can look at this particular instruction. So this particular instruction is saying that move 10H SI comma DX. That means we can also write this particular instruction as move SI plus 10H comma DX. So whatever is specified in the bracket, they always lead to what? Offset address. Now this particular address is what? Displacement address. So this displacement address is related to relative term, right? The term relative, right? So now the offset address is specified by SI, and to that address we are adding some displacement, that is 8-bit displacement. Now the 8-bit displacement will be added, right? And we are considering a segment address, register whose address is a base address which is specified by 2000H. The numbers whatever we are considering are assumptions only, right? So we are considering that one as 2000, right? Now this is the base address multiplied with 10, we get 20,000. Now SI, that is 3000, and it is also added with the relative displacement, that is 8-bit displacement, that is 10H. When we add these two, we get 3010. Now 20,000 plus 3010, we get 23,010H. This is pointing to certain memory location in memory. So to that memory location, right? So what we are doing, we are moving the contents of DX to this memory location. So in the DX, we will be having the contents 2 to 1A. Now this 22 will go to the lower address and 1A goes to the higher address specified by the physical address in the memory. Coming to the based index addressing mode. So one must be use the base registers. One must be use the base registers. The base registers may be BX or BP, and it also should be used with index registers. That means SI and DI, right? So we have to use these registers. Now here we can see move AX comma BX SI. This can also be written as move AX comma in bracket BX plus SI. So the combination of BX and SI will provide us the offset address, right? So once we get the offset address, the default segment registers that we can use here, we have used the extra segment which provides the base address, assuming that the base address is 2000. So when we multiply 2000 with 10 H, we get 20,000 H, and here it is 200 and here it is 300. When we add, we get 500. Now 20,000 plus 500, we get 20,500 H, and it is locating to somewhere else in the memory. So in that location, we will be having the data 22, and in other memory location, the next memory location we will be having 1A. Now this 22 will be moved to AL and 1A moved to AH. Coming to relative based index addressing mode. Relative, so there may be 8-bit or 16-bit displacement. There will be 8-bit or 16-bit displacement. Okay, and base register we may use BX or BP, and it also contains index register SI and DI, right? Now look at this particular instruction. So if the instruction contains the relative displacement, base register and index register combinations, then we call that one as relative based index addressing mode. So in this this instruction may also be written like this. Now this entire thing will give us the offset address, and the segment register that we are using is extra segment. Now the extra segment is giving the base address 2000 H. Now it is multiplied with 10 H, we get 20,000 H. Now it is 200, that is given by SI, and the BX is providing us 300, right? So again we are having a 8-bit displacement, that is relative address also we are providing. So we are adding these three components and we are getting 510, and here we are getting 20,000. So overall we get 20,510 H. So it is pointing to somewhere else in the memory location. So in that memory location, whatever the content is that is available, we are moving to AX register. Now the lower address content goes to AL and the upper address content goes to AH. So we know the control transfer has to be done while executing a particular program. That can be done in two ways, right? So one is intrasegment, one is intersegment. If the location to which the control is to be transferred lies in the same segment, then the mode is called as intrasegment addressing mode. And if the location to which the control is to be transferred lies in different segment, then the mode is called as intersegment addressing mode. And in intrasegment and intersegment addressing modes, again we will be having two types. One is intrasegment direct, intrasegment indirect, and in intersegment we will be having intersegment direct and intersegment indirect. Let us see what actually they are and what are the examples for those types of addressing modes. So in case of intrasegment direct addressing mode, as we discussed, the control is transferred to the same segment in which the control transfer instruction lies and appears directly in the instruction as an immediate displacement value, right? So here you can take this particular example. The short indicates the 8-bit displacement and the label lies within -128 to 127 from the current content of IP. So coming to intrasegment indirect addressing mode. So here the address to which the control is transferred lies in the same segment in which the control transfer instruction lies, but it is passed to instruction indirectly, right? So indirect means what? We have to kept inside the bracket. So here jump BX, and that BX is provided in bracket. So this tells that jump to effective address stored in BX. So here it gives the address. So it and that address is indirectly mentioned in BX. So directly it transferred to that particular location. And coming to intersegment direct addressing mode. So in this mode, the address to which the control is transferred lies in different segment. And here the CS and IP of destination address specified directly in the instruction. The address is directly mentioned. What are the addresses? One is the base address, that is CS. One is the offset address, that is IP. Okay. So the IP and CS addresses will be directly mentioned. So here if jump 5000H colon 2000H means jump to the effective address 2000H in that segment which is specified with 5000H. Intersegment indirect addressing mode. So as it is intersegment where the transfer of control is from one segment to different segments, right? So to which address it has to pass into the other segment, right, will be mentioned indirectly, will be mentioned indirectly. So in this case, if you write JMP 2000H, right, so it specifies that jump to an effective address in other segment specified at 2000H in data segment. So these are the different ways of addressing modes in 8086. Hope you understood what is an addressing mode, what are the different terms that frequently come in addressing modes, and types along with the examples. Thanks for watching.